Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports. We're here at Van Horn High School at their volleyball practice. Who do we have here?
Sonoma Hunter.
Hey, Miss Hunter, tell our audience a little bit about yourself. What grade you in, what position you play, and how long you've been playing.
Well, I'm a freshman, and I play middle hitter and blocker, and I've been playing volleyball for 3 years now.
3 years?
Yeah.
What teams have you played for? Biddy teams?
I played. Okay, so the first team I played was rec. I don't like to. Yeah.
All right.
And the second team I played for was, what's that team called?
Who's some of the coaches that have helped you with your game?
The coaches, I feel like, okay, so one of them is Miss Coach Hefta from Nowlin Middle School.
All right.
And then the other one is Coach Regina, and she was my club volleyball team, KC Lady Jags. There
All
you go.
right.
There you go.
And what was that like, that experience?
Well, I feel like a lot of girls have big attitudes on the team, so it like took us down. But we really had a lot of potential, and I really thank the coaches for like teaching me how to play, because now I'm on varsity. So.
Who's been one of the major mentors on your skill set side? Who's really helped you work on your skills?
My dad, because he's always talking to me about building myself up and becoming like so I can go D1. I always told him I wanted to go D1, and he always say I have to put in the work, and he helped me put in the work.
And what's your dad's name?
Marcus.
People don't know. Marcus who?
Marcus Hunter.
Hey, Marcus Hunter, baby girl, shouting out to you. Since you've been here at Van Horn, what has that been like?
It's been a roller coaster, but I like it. It's fun.
How do you get along with your teammates?
We get along real good. Sometimes it's like a little bit attitudes, but we're sisters, so that's how it goes.
You play on the front line?
Yes.
Where do you play on the team? Are you up by the nets? Or
Yes,
what position?
I'm a middle hitter and blocker, so I'm in the front net in the middle.
In the middle?
Yes.
With Cascade Sports being home and a student athlete, how important is your education?
Oh, 1,000. Like,
Boys, did you see her eyes light up? Oh, go ahead.
like it's very important. You can't like get into if you're trying to go D1. A lot of athletes want to go D1. You can't have bad grades, slip. They won't put you in if you have like a horrible GPA. That's why I stay on my grades because I'm trying to go D1. So.
Have you set any personal goals for yourself this season?
Yes.
Tell our audience a little bit about that.
So one of my goals is, for like my grades and to like have all my stuff together. So like my grades and volleyball and working and do all at the same time. Because when if I'm trying to be in college, I have to prepare my own self. Ain't nobody can help me out. Like my parents are not gonna be there.
This is brought to you by Dollars for You, fundraising you can trust. www.dollarsforyou.com.
Who's been a mentor to you off the field, off the playing court?
Off the playing court, shout out to my dad, Marcus Hunter again. When it comes to mental things and physical things, he's always there, and he's like my #1 supporter. So I have to say him.
Excellent. Who we have here?
Alyssa Wurtz.
You know the drill.
I'm a freshman, and I've been playing for about almost 2 years now. I'm a setter, so I'm normally like, it depends, like the rotation, but I'm like basically everywhere.
How many games have you all had?
We've had like five games, I think, yeah.
How do you feel you played?
I feel like the beginning, it was like a little rough, but now I feel like I'm comfortable in my spot, and I think I've done good.
As a freshman, you on the varsity, you actually doing very well.
Yeah.
Who's been a mentor to you with your game?
Definitely my dad too, Tim Wurtz.
You know the drill, don't you?
Like he always like tells me things I need to work on. Like he comes to every game, he watches it, and like he's just always supporting me.
How important is that? And that's what I meant to ask you also. How important is it for you to see your family and friends in the stand?
I think to me it's really important just because it shows like they really care about what I'm doing, and they see how like much I love the game, and it just means a lot to me.
How important is that to you, to see parents and the student body in the stands?
I feel like it shows a lot of support because, sometimes during the games you might want like somebody to know that you want to know like that somebody's there, and so it helps out a lot. Like if my dad, he comes to some of my games, but if he don't come it's because of work, but either other way he still comes, And that's a lot of support because at the end of the day, he'll tell me what I need to work on and stuff, and that will help me and build me up to where I want to go to.
With Cascade Sports being home to student athlete, how important is your education?
Very important. I've been really trying on my grades this year, especially, and also like my tardies and like my attendance, because that if you can't come to school, then you can't play. So like I think it's really important to me.
Who's been a mentor to you on the court?
Definitely my coach Becker. She's like always pushing me to do more, and like she always tells me like things I can work on, and I just take her advice because.
How do you like being on the varsity versus the JV?
Well, I'm on JV.
You on the JV?
Yeah.
All right. So you looking to get on varsity?
Yeah.
What do you anticipate that time frame before you get? On
I think by
varsity?
next year.
Next year?
Yeah, that's my goal.
That's your goal.
Is next year, yeah.
Is there anything you want to tell our family out here that they don't know about you?
I also play competitive volleyball. I started last year, so this will be my second year playing it. So shout out to Coach Cox and Lady Starlings because they've helped me a lot.
Do you set personal goals for yourself?
Yes.
What are
One of my goals this year was to work on my sets, like getting especially like them precise so the hitters can hit them. And I've been working on that, and I think it's getting better. Yeah.
Excellent. You like to shout out?
Shout out to my dad and my mom for being my supporters.
They don't know mom.
Tara Wurtz. Shout out to her because.
Baby girl shouting out to you. All right. It's a pleasure having you all on the show, and we look forward to covering one of your games.
Thank you.
This is brought to you by Dollars for You, fundraising you can trust. www.dollarsforyou.com.